Willow-Jean, your start.
Yeah, thank you. Minister, you said everything would be sorted by term 2. A recent response to a written question that I had from the ministry said that they had received 13 complaints in the week of the 12th of May regarding lunches. 6 were regarding food safety, 2 regarding undersupply, 4 regarding foreign objects, and 1 was regarding personal safety. Do these complaints suggest that everything hasn't been sorted by term 2?
So just give me that again. You said 13 complaints?
In 1 week?
In 1 week?
Yep.
So in that period, we would be delivering around about 1.3 million lunches, and we got 13 complaints. So that's 1 complaint per 100,000 lunches. We could talk about what the complaints rate was under the previous regime. However, unfortunately, there was no centralised complaints register the way that this was run previously. We're actually being more transparent and more open about the challenges because we're committed to fixing them. Previously, with the decentralised model, somebody might make a complaint to the local business that was supplying it, but that would never filter back to the government, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. So I reckon 1 complaint in 100,000, not bad. The fact
But
that
we're
we're now
talking
making,
about 6 in terms of food safety, foreign objects, personal safety. Like, can you give us a serious answer? Do you believe, instead of just blaming the last government, do you believe that all the issues have been addressed? When you see complaints continuing to come in term 2, and you said everything will be sorted.
I'm not blaming the previous government. I'm just pointing out that you have to contextualise these things. But you're right. The current performance does cast a rather dim light on the previous government's program. Now, when it comes to some of these issues, you want to talk, for example, about food safety. We investigate every food safety complaint. However, frequently, they turn out to be investigated and not to be sustained. That happens, more often than not. Where there have been serious food safety issues, we've moved rapidly to resolve and fix them. So, your underlying question is, I said that the issues would be fixed by term 2. I think the fact that we've had an 88% reduction in complaints since March probably tells you that it's a pretty good shift in performance. We've also had, I believe, a doubling of complementary improvement. Well, here's the thing. You guys got to decide if you actually want to be, a serious alternative government. And if you want to promise that you're going to have 0 complaints out of 1.3 million meals, then I don't know if people are going to take you seriously. I think you got to understand what an acceptable level of performance is. And one out of every 100,000, pretty good.
Okay, right.
Not 100,000.